Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Deez and this is my workshop. Today is going to be just kind of a quick shop update video and a PSA, public service announcement. Recently purchased something and I just kind of want to warn people about this. I know a lot of you probably already know about this kind of stuff, but we'll get to that in a second. But the shop updates. This is the exciting news. I've kind of been working on some rebranding, or at least redesigning a logo. If you've noticed, the logo on my YouTube channel is pretty basic. When I first started this channel, I just needed to get something, so I made this quick little Deez Workshop logo with a background, free public domain type thing. But recently I've been thinking, I wouldn't mind creating something a little more identifiable that says Deez Workshop. So I've been working on a logo. In some of the videos, you're going to notice a change in the watermark that I put in the bottom corner of the video. But you're going to see that logo change, and it'll be the new logo that I'm working on. And just as a real small batch, I bought a couple shirts and some koozies and stickers. Just to see how that stuff would turn out, if I liked it, the sizes and all that kind of stuff. I certainly don't expect anybody to buy my brand or product, but if you're interested in that sort of thing, maybe throw a comment below or whatever. But I thought, now, going with YouTube, that's kind of what you do. You kind of have an identity, you make a brand, and you create a logo for yourself. So since that's what this is about, I'll give you a quick sneak peek. I did print out some stickers, but that's basically it right there. So nothing too fancy. It just states what it is. Got a little picture of a lathe on there. So Deez Workshop, metal hobby machining. So that's coming up. You'll see that the change slowly progressing through some of the videos. Eventually you'll see me change the main channel icon to update this sort of thing. So when you notice that change, it's just me trying to clean things up and make things look a little bit better. Let's move on to the PSA portion of this video, public service announcement. Now, we all know how Amazon works. You can get anything under the sun. Amazon doesn't just sell everything from Amazon. There's resellers there. So a lot of it's really an interface to stores for many organizations, many people out there. Most of them legit. They're just trying to make their way, sell their products. Well, I wanted to treat myself recently with an upgrade. This was my year of purchasing better quality tooling, better quality instruments and things like that I use. And one thing that I've been wanting to do is upgrade my caliper. The digital calipers I have work pretty well. I don't think they're spot on. I was doing some testing with gauge blocks and things. They're actually a little farther off than I thought they were, or they had been in the past. I've been kind of abusing them a little bit, a little harsh with them, but they were really cheap. They've been serving me well. But the digital calipers is one of the tools I use most often for the workshop. And every project I use that thing. It's not as accurate as the micrometers, but it's very convenient, and for my use, it works very well, and it's quick. And I thought, if there's one tool that I wouldn't mind having a better quality and spend the money on, it would be a digital caliper. So I thought I would like to get either Starrett or Mitutoyo, and I decided to go with the Mitutoyo. And I know, hey, there's a lot of knockoffs out there. There's a lot of scammers just trying to, clone, Chinese-made products. They're just trying to steal people's thunder. And the unfortunate or fortunate part of that, if these things are sold as knockoffs and they're cheap, let's say you go to AliExpress and you buy Mitutoyo for $30, well, it's not officially a Mitutoyo, but it's going to be a knockoff. But they actually work pretty well, right? I did some research. I thought I was doing the right thing. I went to Amazon. There is a store called the Mitutoyo store. It looks official. It's got to be official. If you go in there, you click on their calipers, it shows you the products, and you get down to where you want the caliper. You click on it, and there you go. You can purchase it from the Mitutoyo store. But if you look closer, you will see that it's actually sold by some independent rando name. I didn't catch that when I first purchased these things. So I'm going to insert a clip here of me receiving these, and I thought, now warning, this particular clip is me thinking these are legit because I did the research. I thought I bought them from Mitutoyo's store, and I got them, and then I started working with it. I'm like, something's off. These don't seem right. So I kind of cut the video short. I went in, I did some research, and by golly, these things they were in fact counterfeit. They were fake. They were knockoffs, and I felt duped. I was mad because I just wanted to. I thought, this was a year that I wanted to start improving my tools. So we're gonna see if this is legit. It better be. I spent more than I typically would on something, but I thought as often as I use this, I want to get something nice. Let me get this open and I'll bring you back. There it is. I know there's a lot of different reviews out there. These things don't turn off on their own. They're good, but some people say they last forever. I've never turned mine off. It just runs. I don't know. So I had decided I'm going to go ahead and go with the Mitutoyo. I didn't want to go with the Starrett. I got different reasons why. But we're going to get this, and we're going to register it and make sure that it's legit using all the paperwork. I've never bought anything Mitutoyo, so I really hope it's legit. I don't know. It's supposed to be brand new. Let's find out together. Comes with some pretty nice documentation. It's got its battery in there. Certificate of inspection. Now this is a little more like you would expect with such a thing. Model number, there's a serial number on here. Yeah. And there's also, looks like another official certificate here. We'll get the staple off of there. Yeah, 1-year warranty card. Just some miscellaneous documents, how to wipe it down and clean it. There we go. So we will register that and make sure that it is official using the number that I have there. So for comparison, they're about the same size. This is my Nico that I bought, Nico. This is the Mitutoyo, and let's just take a look at it. I know I probably won't get more functionality out of this one. I didn't get, they don't have an auto off on them, which is kind of odd, but then again, they must have a reason. Their coolant proof ones have auto offs because there are no buttons on them, I guess. But yeah, here we go. Absorbent paper. This thing, there it is. Maybe this wasn't a necessary purchase, but I wanted to. So first it says, step 1, put the battery in. Step 2, close them. Step 3, press origin for 1 second. Let's do that. Get the official battery out of there. This was officially purchased from the Mitutoyo Amazon store. It wasn't just some off-brand. It wasn't used. It wasn't AliExpress or Alibaba or one of those. So get that in there. Maybe. Come on. Battery's a little finicky to get in there. There. There's like, it just doesn't want to get down in there. Come on. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe some of you have one of these out there and have the same complaint there. There we go. So put the battery in, close it, hold origin for 1 second. Okay, I mean, we all know how to do that. Change it over to inches. Let's get a gauge block and check it. I believe this one is 105 thou, or 100 thou 5/10. Let's see what this comes up with. Thou. I used a micrometer and I got 5. Oh, there we go. So micrometer, 100 thou 5/10. Let's check this side. Interesting. So that works. One complaint, I don't know if this will work, but this was homemade gauge block that was made for me. I don't expect this to turn out after being demonstrated to 5mm, but let's change that to millimeter here. And let's just see what this comes out at. And you're not, I guess you're not supposed to be able to read internal circles with these outside jaw or inside jaws back here, and I think it makes sense because of the way the jaws are. They're flat, you know, they're blades, but that's not what they're made for. I don't fully understand it, but that lines up with, I think, what I was seeing before with these. Actually, it's way different. 483. So this is pretty good, even with these. So I got kind of bit by that a little bit. So I just decided I'm done. 498. That's 5mm. That's pretty good. So, and I know this was made using gauge pins and things like that. So I know that's 5mm. Well, I'm not disappointed with this purchase based off of that quick little test. I wanted something that's more accurate, so I don't use these jaws as often as the other jaws, but let's change that back. So 105/10. Let's see what this one comes out at. Yeah, so they're not as good. 99, so it's a thou off, a couple thou off maybe even. I was ticked off because, you know, I purchased the genuine product. I didn't want a counterfeit product, not for, nearly $100, which I thought was a fair deal. I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. Let me buy that. Well, I got duped on Amazon. So the whole purpose of this little clip here is to explain to you, to hopefully prevent you from making that mistake and save you the hassle. I was so irritated by that. I immediately submitted my return, and I got my paperwork, and I filled it out, or got my return label. I took it to the UPS store, and I shipped the thing back. It's in transit. They did initiate. I have the refund, but there's a little verbiage that says if it was not in unused condition, then they may charge the card again. We're going to see how this plays out, because I did open it thinking they were legit, and I was testing and examining them, and then I later realized these are knockoffs. So back they went. And in my haste of being so frustrated, I didn't take pictures, I didn't take close-ups. In hindsight, I kind of wish I would have really took a lot of deep, in-depth pictures just so I could share with you. I don't think it's necessary. There's a ton of information on YouTube. If you go search for Mitutoyo knockoff calipers, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But what you're going to notice, the main factors that started jumping out on me was on the Mitutoyos, the buttons were all proud. Something was off there. The back of the caliper, you see how this one is rounded on the end where it stops? That's how the Mitutoyos are supposed to be. The one I got was ramped in, so this slot is ramped in on the knockoffs. The end of this, now this one you can see is a little longer. The Mitutoyos are shorter than that. The one knockoff that I had was long, the grinding on the end, so that wasn't right. The holes, the adjustment holes for the jaw on the slide here, they were off. The locking screw comes all the way out. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to be captive on a genuine product. And there's several other items. The case on the back of it, there should have been an imprint that says made in Japan. That wasn't there. The certificate, the label where the serial number is printed should be the same ink and printing as the original certificate, but you can see where it was printed. It's a different ink, so something's a little fishy there. There were a lot of signs that as I was looking and working with this, I'm like, something's not right. This just does not seem right. It was a pretty good knockoff, but I didn't buy a knockoff. I bought a Mitutoyo, and that's what I wanted. So that's why I was frustrated. I just shipped the thing back. So what you're going to want to do when you go to I don't trust the Mitutoyo store on Amazon. If anybody from Mitutoyo is watching this, go check out that store if you're affiliated with it, because there's something sketchy going on. When you search for these calipers, every time, like I went to buy the calipers, and the people that I bought it from, when my invoice and everything was Goods Mart. I don't know if you can see that. Let me bring you down here actually so you can see these papers. So I want to just to hopefully help any of you watching out to be wary on Amazon. Not everything is just fine from there. All right, so if you go to the store and then you click on the listing, this is the listing that comes up. And every time you click this listing, that's the listing that comes up. The price is going to be different about every time. There's a different percentage off. And you think, well, that's weird. The first one I bought was this one. They're all the same thing, but every time you click on it, it showed up from Goods Mart. I didn't catch that. I thought it was from Mitutoyo. I thought they ran and operated the store. That was bad on my part. I should not have thought that. That's who it came from. And this is the one that I got that was a scam. So I promptly shipped that back. The next day I checked, and one of them was from, it was the exact same link. I click on the link that I purchased to buy again, and it takes me to Chuckles and Charms. Same listing and everything, but Chuckles and Charms was listed. That's on the listing page over on the right, where it says sold by. Then the next day, every day I've been checking this, it showed Everly Home and Gift. Every time you go to this same listing, it's a different seller. Today, it shows 13 March LLC. So none of these stores are legit. They're all pop-ups, and I think they're all selling knockoffs. I'm not saying that you won't get a legit one if you get the right store. But for the most part, I don't trust any one of these resellers. Not for this kind of thing. But you know, you think that's a good price? You're not going to get a legit Mitutoyo caliper. But like I said, there were several things on that caliper that started making me question if it was legit. And then I did the research. I got duped. So back it went, and we are I'm going to scrap the notion of buying a caliper for the time being, because I'm just kind of turned off by that right now. Kind of irritated. The cool news, though, is that we are starting some branding. I'm working on a logo that'll look something like this. You'll see some more formal updates on my page and channel. But yeah, I think it'll be kind of neat to upgrade and have something looks a little nicer. So hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.